What we're gonna do with this excessive plants that got taken down and stuff, I'll figure that out and let you know, Dylan. There's some there, lots right here. All right, looking at the big picture here, we got some mortar right there we need to fix. We need a brick, put some bricks in there next to that meter can. And we need to put the bricks back in right here. I guess the window company knocked them out or something. We got to put those back though right there. And then just check, randomly, just check the mortar in general, see what it looks like. I think the well, we need to put, I think they're gonna put foam or something at the top of the window right there. Might still have to put like a little piece of trim that right there on that, like a 1x2 or something, just to fill that gap. And look at that one too, you can't really see it because the pipe. But I think on the right side of the house, I really don't see a reason why we need that, but I guess it can stay there. It's not hurting that little sidewalk, that little piece of concrete. Need to go ahead and cut these bushes right here the rest of the way up. I'd cut these down maybe, chainsaw them down a little bit more too, Dylan. They just look weird looking. Weed eating that bed over there. Candace, we talked about the garage door opener for this guy right here. I think on the right side of the house, well, we need to trim the bushes, Dylan, off the limbs off that over there, off the detached garage, and around that tree a little bit. If we got trees that are overhanging the driveway where I'm parked at, we need to get those trimmed off. And on the other side of my truck over there is a pile of some more weeds, more tree debris that we need to figure out what to do with. But I think on the right side of the house, that's it. To get us to the stage where we can paint over here anyway. And oh yeah, let's get all these cable wires, dude, off. I don't want any cable wires or any kind of bullshit on the house, nowhere. So let's get all them off. That's something that we do a demo normally. All right, so I'm gonna move to the front now with a different video. Some stuff first, we need to get this up. Remember, cut that tree all the way down to like a foot, the whole tree right here, Dylan. Get this out of here, cut that whole bush right there down. All that other vegetation. And as far as right here, we just need to make sure we don't have no hard shit sticking up like that little tree right there. Get that out of there. So it just so looks like it's been weed eated right here, basically is what we're looking for. Get all the trash out of here and stuff like that. We need to check the spot right here. Make sure this, before we paint, make sure this is not soft and rotted. It's very close. And especially on this big window right here too, we've got a gap. I'm thinking we go up in there and cut that right there like that, you know what I mean? And try to pull that down. Try to pull it down as much as we can across here to cover that gap up. Then we might have to put like a little flat piece of, I don't know, like 1/2 inch flat wood across it or something, you know what I mean, to make it look good. And just as a note, we still got to stain these rails. We'll have to figure out what color we're going to stain it. Again, look at these windows at the top. They got a gap like that. We got to solve for that. It needs to be done before it's painted. I don't want. Check all your bricks real good, Dylan, after you pressure wash for cracks and holes and stuff that's going to stand out in the paint like that. You know what I mean? Just look it over real good. We talked about that. We need to get all this vegetation off, obviously, before we paint. It's got to be pressure washed. I want you to check all the brick for big cracks or whatever. It's going to stand out after we paint it. Wood putty in these carpenter bee holes that's on the fascia up here. I think it's mainly on the part right here by the sunroom. Let's clean the trash in general up. That's right here. Like this wood siding and stuff right here. There's some bricks and stuff right through here. Just the trash and general. Need to put fascia, soffit, siding, and the flashing for the shingles, you know what I mean, inside this thing right here before the paint. Probably needs to be secured, that dryer vent right there. I don't know if we buy bags of dirt and put right here or something, but we got like a little void right here where this gutter was pouring down right here. Adding this to the left side, Dylan, right here, this crawl space door is tight. It needs to be removed and shaved off. It's really hard to open. An inspector might come over here and it will remove this insulation. You might want to get a little bit of insulation, Dylan. Just look under here to see how much more insulation is needed to fill in these voids right here, because they might whichever one don't have insulation, you know what I mean? We need to get it filled in. And to get gutters, probably can just put a quote to put a gutter across here, go all the way around the damn sunroom. And Dylan, again, I think we need to correct that corner. I think I had called that on that other punch list. Now we're at the back. Let's talk about vegetation stuff first. It's gonna be my final video. It's the last time I'm gonna come up here and do this. I'm trying to put it all into one video and then individualize the tasks so we can understand and get these things marked off the list and done. So we'll be done with this one. Got this limb off right here. This is that big pile of shit I was talking about. I'm gonna send them on the right side of the house. These limbs off the top of this, about 6 feet away, 4 feet. Don't cut that big one out. Leave that big one, but cut all them limbs off that's hanging over the top of the roof, you know what I mean? Let's get that out of there. And cut this one limb right here off too, it's real low. Cut it down. It's very obvious. We need to at least get all that 6 or 8 feet off the roof line. Right here, all that. You don't want that laying up on the roof like that. Called this out several times too. Let's talk about rough carpentry for a minute. Got to fix this door frame, add another door threshold to it. I think it's siding. Oh, it might be all right. Check the bottom of that. Need to get these bricks. See that brick's loose. When we do brick repair, let's secure that. That's secure right there. Those bricks have just gotten real wet. I think we fixed. Brick in general. After it's pressure washed real good, all the brick on this side, Dylan, let's check for bad spots in the mortar. There's a big crack at the top of that wall up there we've been talking about for a minute. That's got to be fixed. There's a lot of cracks in those steps and stuff. It's got to be fixed. And just like at bolting, you want to make it where when you paint it, it looks clean. You don't need to have big old voids and stuff in it, okay? Okay, so we went over brick repair. Now let's go over exterior carpentry out here. We got to build a deck, right? We're going to leave these existing handrails here. We're just going to remove the pickets and do like a horizontal design in them, but we're not going to remove the framework of those right there. Finish the siding and finish repairing around that door right there. Make sure that's sealed up and done correctly. We need to secure that piece of soffit right there where that vent is. So stick up hardy board type materials in this window right here to get that tightened up. We need to put some little strips at the top of these windows. See those gaps at the top of the windows? There's strips in those to correct that. Have some carpentry V holes up in the soffit right there. I mean the fascia over the sunroom. That vent up there to be secured better. That gutter, we just need to get some of that down. Splash block on that. I guess we're gonna put like some gravel right here, man. Like some nice pretty pea gravel or something right here. Straight down through this little crack, this gap. And yeah, again, we gotta fix the bottom of this. We got a little trash clean up over here too. Fix the bottom of all that correctly. That's not done correctly. Not on the side. Damn, we got another broken fucking window, man. How the hell do we get all these windows that these houses keep getting broke? We had broken windows up there at Bolton too, man, like 3 of them. We had to figure that out. Basically a video to talk about things that we need to get done before drywall, okay? That's what this is. Living room and kitchen area, and we'll start talking about carpentry, and I might throw in some other little stuff too, Candace, if it needs to be thrown in. So first thing, back to demo. Randomly throughout the house, we got these 3/4 inch boards. They need to be removed. See them? They're kind of just scattered throughout the house. We got to remove those. This door looks like it's probably good. Windows? Dylan, you might find you put a 2x4 in here, man. Maybe. Possibly. Whatever you go, whatever you got to do. But I want the sheetrock wrapped. You know what I'm saying? Come out and wrapped around all 4 sides, including the bottom. No wood on the bottom either. Now, if they come in here and sheetrock this thing right now, we're in trouble. So you got to consider that. We got to go wrap wood around all these windows in here to make it so when the sheetrock goes in, you want that sheetrock to land like right here, dude. Land like right there. See what I'm saying? So you got to fill this part in. A note to myself, why is this ceiling fan light right here, box, not even with that one? I don't know if it's not supposed to be, but you can tell that there's that one. There's that one. That one's further forward. This one's kind of back. Why is that? Later, as a note to myself, does it go right here or is it supposed to be all the way over here? I can't remember. It looks like it's like that box is way over, so we need to make a note to check that. All the wiring in there in the kitchen for all the lights and stuff, that looks good. Dylan, they want to shave a little bit more off that piece of wood right there, that sheetrock. The sheetrock's not going to go in there. Knock that board in a little bit right there. Maybe clean that stuff up a little bit for them. I think I'll draw out the design for the knee wall system for this. And this piece of wood needs to be removed right here. See this piece of wood, it's 1x, that needs to be removed. I really hate that they put the panel box in the hall, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, Dylan, let's remove and replace these attic steps right here. They're rickety as shit. I'd hate for somebody to come in here and say, why the hell did y'all leave them in here? Some more of that wood on the floor over there at the plate. Or in the master closet. You go down there in the basement, put some wood in here, Dylan, so that so you can fill this up with mortar when you kind of level this off a little bit right here and secure this. See how it's kind of breaking away? It looks sketchy, so when you get that looking better and more solid right there. Let's bend these nails over for somebody comes in here and gets stabbed by them. This old round one that's vented into the attic. Let's remove all that fan in the vent, and that keyless up there that's not going to nothing too. Same thing with this floor, dude. We need to put something down here and level this up. I think we'll make sure we're secured underneath and just take some mortar, some kind of self-leveling mortar or something, Dylan, and put in here and get this thing level with this tile. And just leave the tile in here, and work around this toilet, this flange real good too. Make sure all that's good and cleaned up and nice. And here we got some more of these boards. Don't forget around these windows, very important to get that done before sheetrock starts going in here. You're gonna have a fucking mess. Boards on the floor, shit around the windows, more boards on the floor. Dylan, check your door openings too, buddy. Let's make sure all the door openings are correct with what we got going. They can check the subfloor and shit too to make sure it feels good and secure and stuff. Is this fixed? Yeah, this is kind of fixed. We just need to hurry up and get this fixed, get this sealed up, man. Because it's already starting to rot. It's starting to look like it's rotted right here again. We don't want to tell you what to do with these, or either ask me what to do with them. Don't throw them away till you ask me. I guess this is just capped off. I guess it's gonna be okay to be capped off like this. As far as plumbing, can't somebody ask, what's his name about it, Gilberto. Don't need this box in here no more. And all these random like wires and shit like that, just randomly down here. Let's move that stuff out of here, that wire. That old hanger right there, let's take that out. Some more hangers over there for no reason. Let's take them out. I think this can be removed, so that's electrician, Candace. And there's also a meter can outside that needs to be removed, I think. Then we get rid of all that pipe and shit on the side. It's in another video out there that I'm gonna send. But if we can get rid of that, we just need to, Dylan, we'll brick that whole little hole up out there, okay? Here's some more hangers we can get rid of. It's excessive for no reason. Candace, we talked about I'm gonna add a garage door motor right here. Probably need to talk to the electrician, make him pop a wire over here for that. Get to the garage door guy out here and get an estimate on what it costs to get a motor put on this. We do not want this plumbing with a hot water heater sticking down this window like this right here. And we don't want it right here by the garage door either. It needs to be moved over to that corner over there. We'll have to send this little clip to the plumber, Candace, so he can look at that. Dylan, we might want to get some tent too, man, for this window. Seeing how they got this pipe and ugly shit run right in front of the window. I had no choice really, but so get some tent to put on there just so people can't really see through it as good. You know what I mean? And it kind of camouflages that stuff. A little bit of trash down here, not nothing bad. Need to clean this floor. I don't know if we need to fucking try to pressure wash it out and let it dry out, Dylan, or what. But we need to clean it because we might end up painting this, probably make it look clean and good. I don't know if we need like a little door right here or not, man. I don't know. Probably wouldn't hurt if we got an extra piece of plywood or something just to pop one like right here below this shit. You know what I'm saying? With some hinges on it, a little latch or something. Just something to cover that area up. Or note to myself and Candace too, the lights down here. I guess he's got them, maybe that's probably goes to the bar or something. And oh yeah, we need a dishwasher wire too in that island. I think that's what that's for. But I want to make sure we got 4 lights down here. You know what I mean? To light this basement up. One there, one in this area, and one over there. Just 4 lights in general to light it up. The other, we can take this old light box thing right here out of here and probably take this old one out right here too. But yeah, we need to get 4 lights down here. That's probably the hot water heater wire. I think we need to tint that window. You can see in there so good, and the pipes and stuff. Dylan, that's the meter I was talking about on the inside. We need to get that. I think we need to get with the electrician first, but I think we're going to be able to get rid of this whole conduit right there, which is going to be nice because that's ugly as fuck, really. So this gutter is going to need an elbow. It's going to need to be cut and have an proper elbow put right there too, instead of it looks like it's leaning like a gangster like that too, just as a side note.